Hey fuckers, it's Friday.
Can't spell shattered without shat or turd.
Like a gut punch to the abdomen.
Some of the funniest shit on the web.
I call it a rock Fred.
I like the cut of your jib, gentlemen.
These 5 are the only protection we have.
The best part of the show is the genuine Hasbro love.
Good night, folks.
And of course, Pat's weekly farts.
Breaking news. It's very outside of the box.
Hail day.
I love Friday.
Bob's Bait and Tackle, now carrying Hasbro.
They truly are your favorite podcast.
Thoughts, prayers, likes, and shares. From A to B.
Uncut. Is that you?
When are you going to bring Larry back?
My favorite Star Wars podcast.
Shattered cast on
Complete fuckers. Podcast is intended for mature audiences only, and its sole purpose is to entertain. If it doesn't fit with your sensitive sensibilities, please feel free to turn it off now and shut the fuck up, Chip.
Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Shattercast Uncut. We are on episode 234. Wow, we've been doing this for a while. So we have a skeleton crew tonight. I guess we have 3 people. 2 of them are shooting fireworks already, and they're getting their 4th of July on. So we have T2RX6, Justin.
I would believe that Robert is letting his children shoot fireworks in the house.
Exactly. And we have Greg from Mercy.
You know, it's ironic that we have a skeleton crew and Bobby's not here.
That is ironic. All right, and I am Deluxe. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
So I guess, yay. So I guess we will go through. What'd y'all get? Justin, what did you get this week, or did you get anything?
I got a box of disappointment because what I was expecting to get on Monday, 2-day shipping, should have been here Monday. It did not arrive, and then today, it still says being transferred to the next facility. I'm like, okay, so never, right? so yeah.
We're PBTS?
Was that? No, not BBTS.
Oh.
So just random other stuff, but still leaves me with nothing. So
Sorry about that. All right, well, Greg, what did you get today?
I also got a box of disappointment. I paid my payment request on Thursday night or Friday, whenever it came from Ami for my Jedi Luke figure arts reissue and my Obi-Wan. And then I paid it, and I was like, that's a good but expected price for 2 figures shipped. And I kept getting a payment notification in my email, and I couldn't figure out what the fuck was going on. I was like, I just paid this. And then I got a tracking number, and I'm like, I paid this. Well, they did not combine my orders properly. So I paid an outrageous price with shipping for a single figure, and not even the one that I really, really was looking forward to.
Oh, that sucks.
And it's caught up in customs right now, on top of all that. And I can't really swing paying for the Obi-Wan now until I get paid. And, yeah, they're probably going to cancel my order by then. Maybe not.
That sucks. Real life, man. That sucks.
Yeah, and I didn't get anything else. I think you're probably the only person that got anything.
I got one thing. I think, I don't know if I said last week, I got the Iron Factory 4-path, and I got the X-Transbots Toro, their Cliffjumper.
Nice.
Love it.
Toy.
Yeah. X-Transbots stepping up. I don't know what they, like I said, they put money into something, or they got a new factory, or I don't know, but their last 3 have been really great Transformers.
Nice.
I think Keith infested. Keith's been infesting this fandom for like 5 years. I think Keith invested some money in updating, like hiring some competent staff and
Good.
Upgrading some of their.
It's fucking shown, man.
Because they're still using they're still using his factory, obviously.
Oh yeah, I'm excited for their Stunticons. You know, I know we're going to talk about the major, reveal this week, but I'm sticking to X-Transbots. I really think they're going to be my Minosaur, so I'm really excited. Crack Rock was awesome, and their Wild Rider looks really good. And I'm ready. I want their Sea Spray to come out. I want some of their mini bots to come out. So, well, that is it.
That's good. That I'm glad that everybody seems to be liking Cliffjumper. Like, I still don't have mine yet. I'm waiting for it to drop in my pile of loot so I can ship it. But Yeah, like, the fact that everybody seems to be enjoying it, like, I feel like that's fantastic. So.
Yeah, I think you're gonna like it. I mean, I know you're gonna have some gripes with it, which I did. There's some gripes with it. The backpack, everybody's about the backpack, but in hand, it's really not that bad, and you can't take it off. I'm not gonna take mine off. But
well, like when it's put in this perspective with the MP Bumblebee, the MP Bumblebee mold, I'm like, it's really not that bad when you see the two combined.
Correct.
Do you guys hear this noise? That was me picking up my Bumblebee and my Cliffjumper just so I could say, with a visual aid, that the backpacks are generally about the same size.
Yeah.
It's like I said, you can take it off. There's a way you can take it off, and that's fine. I'm not gonna take mine off, but it's fine. It's fine. It's a great bot.
Pop a pen out. Good to go.
Yeah, you probably. And I'm having fun with it too. Transforming back and forth. The car mode is really sweet. I love the finish on it. Makes it shine, and it's really good to take pictures with, and I'm really excited for it.
Yeah, the car mode looked really, really good for the Porsche it's supposed to be. I was impressed.
Yeah, those dark windows are really nice. You can kind of see through it. They're kind of, see through a little bit, but they're dark enough. It's really nice looking. So.
Did the hubcap release already, or just the Cliffjumper?
Hubcap did too. Yeah, could. Somebody had them for a 2-pack, I think, or not a 2, but like you can buy both of them. I think was it GCI that had them?
Yeah, I had it. I had it on BBTS for both of them, and that's why I was wondering if that was a holdup or something.
Yeah,
everybody got both of them.
Okay.
Yeah, I think.
So I'm just waiting for BBTS to finally decide that they have it in stock.
Some people, Extra Zero got his. He got both of them together, and he says, I think he might have said he actually liked the hubcap better than Cliffjumper. I don't quote me on that, but I've heard a couple of people say they like the hubcap better. But I have no ties with hubcap, so I probably won't even get it. I don't know. It's a fun toy, so I may get him, but I'm happy with my Cliffjumper right now. So.
Yeah, the only reason that I really want hubcap is just because, he's an existing G1 bot, so.
That's true. I don't know. That's probably something I'll be picking up at TFCon or something, because it's a small box. So.
Just before you guys get too hard on for Consigliore or whatever the fuck its third-party name is, apparently there was an issue with part of the batch where the paint wasn't mixed properly, and so some of them have two-tone feet. It's on different parts. I think at different parts. I think just depending on what.
Just hubcap, or is that
Cliffjumper? Just hubcap.
Okay.
I don't know.
That sucks. I'm sure they'll take care of it or whatever.
Yeah, maybe that's why there's a holdup or something. I don't know.
Could be.
Yeah, I think Toy Dojo said it was a widespread thing, and other people have been posting pictures in TFW, which I can't see it in pictures, but apparently it's really noticeable.
Well, we'll see. Now I just need someone to make an updated bumper. I really would like a bumper, but is someone gonna make a unique mold just for that? I don't know.
I can say, what would they need to change? Would they have to do a retool to get bumper out of hubcap?
I guess you could just do a retool of the body panels of the car. That would probably work. Different front end stuff like that. Yeah, I'm not sure what kind of car bumper actually was.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't really remember what he looked like. Wasn't he just the?
Was
he a Bumblebee, or wasn't he?
I guess he was a Bumblebee with a different face.
Wasn't he just Cliffjumper with a different face?
No, he had a different front end.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Because I was gonna say someone could just make a head.
Now we're talking about bumper or bumble jumper. Which one are we talking about? Are they the same?
Bumper and bumble jumper, same thing. So.
Okay.
He was a weird yellow repaint. What was his car?
He was a Cliffjumper, wasn't he? He was a Cliffjumper though, wasn't he?
A Familia 1500 XG, whatever the hell that is.
Alright, you're just making shit up now.
I don't even know what that is.
I'm sure they'll do that. That's another repaint.
It's a very weird 80s car that kind of looks like an old Volvo, surprisingly.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, it looks like if it was in gold, it would look just like the car my sister had in college.
Yeah.
You think they'll do a gold bug?
I don't know about that. I feel like Goldbug needs a different backpack, right? I guess you have plenty of backpack to work with.
Yeah.
So maybe.
I'm a gold bug.
Oh god, that was bad.
All right. Well, let's move on to. We don't have no comics or no conventions to speak of, so we got third-party news.
Third-party news.
Yeah, Fanstoys, Magnum, and Spoiler.
So this surprised me. I mean,
yeah, this was out of left field.
I'm super excited if Fanstoys is putting their hat into this ring because I'm a huge Fanstoys fanboy. You know, like without a doubt. And I think these look good. Like I've seen people being like those faces. I'm like, I don't really see what's wrong with them.
I'll point that out. I'm sorry.
Yeah, what's wrong?
Wildride looked kind of goofy at first. I was like, God, that thing looks goofy, but
yeah, I don't know. I think the faces look fine. The thing that throws me off here, okay? So they have picture 12, which is them standing next to Starscream. Like, you know, shoulder to shoulder with the Starscream. And then picture 4 is their alt mode scaled to Sideswipe, but he towers over Sideswipe. Like, what kind of magic are you pulling off?
Aren't the front ends the legs? And that could extend it more.
I mean, maybe, but I don't know. I'm not really sure how they're pulling this off. Like, a lot of it looks like it would have to collapse to make that happen. I don't understand it, to be honest.
I mean, aren't the DX9? I mean, they just slimmed the car up just a little bit more than the DX9 did.
Maybe. I mean, maybe. So, I mean, if there's a company I think that can do it, I think it's Fanstoys. But, you know, it surprises me to see it in scale with the cars and, you know, robot modes on scale with Starscream. And they're probably going to be light robots, though, unless they put a bunch of die cast in them, I would think.
I have a feeling how they did it, but it's only speculation. But I think it's a really obnoxious transformation that you never want to do a second time. I have a weird feeling that that's how they pulled it off.
Yeah,
I mean, kind of wish.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Matt.
No, go ahead. No.
I was just gonna say, I guess it is kind of true. Like thinking about it, their cup kind of is MP car size, and then ends up MP, like close to MP. Well, I guess he's about MP Ironhide height, which is a little smaller than Starscream. So.
You think Cup is as big as Ironhide? Hold on.
I think so.
Maybe.
I have Cup handy, but I don't have Iron handy.
I'm looking at.
I don't have
Iron.
They're
right above each other. So. A lot of people. I'm. If I can spit it out, I'm happy that they're throwing their weight in and all that stuff and other stuff. But I mean, come on now, you're throwing all these renders and stuff, which these are far off. Like Bobby's video saying, they show the renders for the cars, and just the. I just think that they're trying to bully. Really, to be honest, I don't know if they're trying to bully DX9 or X-Transbots, but X-Transbots is. I think they're on their own. I think they could go up against this Fanstoys one. But by the time everybody gets their X-Transbots one, by the time this comes out, they might be tired of their ones and they may just trade up for these anyways.
Yeah, I mean they're definitely late to the game on this one, and I don't know how. I don't think that's a good thing for them. It is weird that they're throwing this out here right now, when they have their Superion. Like you should really,
I think
focus on that. So.
It's just weird. It just I think it was a bully move, kind of like they've done always, but I just don't think. I think X-Transbots could compete with this. But the only thing that could hold X-Transbots back is because of scale. They're going to be smaller. Yeah. But to me, I've always seen Minosaur smaller.
That's all relative to how you feel. Like, I'm completely fine with them being smaller.
Yeah. So I mean, if you want a big one, that's fine. But to me, I've always sensed that Minosaur and Defensor and Superion have always been smaller than Devastator and Predaking. I think I've always thought of them being smaller, so I don't care if they're smaller. So.
Yeah, as bad as the Transformation Minosaur kind of ended up turning out, like they kind of nailed the proportions for me. Like the Carbots were in scale with the MP cars, and Motormaster was kind of like in scale with Optimus Prime, and I'm like, that feels right,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, plus the cars look really nice too.
Yeah,
I thought the alt modes I didn't go in on those, but I thought the alt modes were really nice looking.
Yeah.
Everything. But man, look at picture 7. God dang, that thing's way up his ass. So
his face looks like it's confirming that it's way up his ass.
And another thing that helps X-Transbot is the price point, because I see these probably being over $100, maybe around $100 each.
Yeah,
and with them being $60 and Minosaur maybe 120, maybe.
Someone on the TFW says like I want Motor Master to be like 120, and I don't think that's gonna happen. I think he's gonna be more expensive than
Fanstoys or X-Transbots?
Fanstoys. So.
Fanstoys, yeah. I'd say Fanstoys being like 150. Yeah. 150, 160 probably.
Given the price of their other releases, there's no way he caps out at 120 for Motor Master.
Do you think that we'll see any more stuff at TFCon on these, or Superion or anything? You think we'll see a combined mode?
I hope so.
It'd be nice. I doubt it, but
I mean anymore. Like honestly, the last couple of years, TFCon's been kind of weak on the third-party reveals, but we'll see.
So, are you in this? Just I know you're a Fanstoys. So, Greg, are you going to get these? Or are you holding out? Or are you going?
No, I'm sticking with X-Transbots. I can't believe I'm saying that. I think the timing on these, I think they weren't quite ready to be shown, and I think they were just kind of going to wait and pull that bullshit on DX9. And then all of a sudden, here comes fucking the underdog with a quality fucking product, and they're like, "Oh shit!" And so they probably rushed to get. Because didn't we see renders for all the aerial bots at least in bot mode at one time?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think they were. I think they were. I mean, relatively quickly. Yeah. So I think they were just like they had an "oh shit" moment and rushed out these two.
Yeah, but they didn't throw them out for the aerial bots because nobody's doing the aerial bots. So why would you have not done? Maybe these first, and then I don't know. I mean, why would you do the aerial bots? Because nobody was doing them. Why would you even throw that out?
It really doesn't make much sense. I would have focused on trying to get them done first, or any of their other products. Like, yeah, I'm in because I'm a Fanstoys fan. At this point, I feel like that's the best Fanstoys can hope for sales on this is just riding people who will get it because they like the Fanstoys name.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So I mean, because the two other options, like you got the X-Transbots, which so far seems like it's going to be in scale with what you already have, and then you've got the Toy World ones, which kind of meet that robot size niche, and going to be the combined mode, size that I think people are going to want to see. So yeah, it's an odd decision, that's for sure.
What is Fanstoys' next release supposed to be? Is it 6-shot?
I don't know. I've heard
so it was supposed to be
for a while.
Blitzwing, but then they took that out, and then Trailbreaker hadn't been seeing anything. So I don't know what's Fanstoys' next release product.
It was supposed to be 6-shot. I think everything I've seen. From the Chinese sellers or the people that like get their stuff like directly from the factory and not through a distributor, are saying July. So
really,
by the end of this month, yeah.
We haven't seen any. Have we seen color pics of those? Like,
I think we have a 6-shot. We've actually seen 6-shot.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. Yeah, 6-shot's surprising. Like I feel like 6-shot should have been out like almost last year at this point.
Well, I literally think Trailbreaker should have been out last year at this point because pre-orders were May of last year.
Yeah.
I wish Trailbreaker come out. I need a Trailbreaker. I wonder. I hope they do their headmasters. The bat, Mind Wipe, and which other one they show? Oh, the crocodile. Whatever.
Yeah, I think Mind Wipe has a release of relatively soon too, but you never know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm hoping that because I went and got lupus, so I wanted to get those 3. All right. I like lupus.
Were you drinking some fucking air conditioner water? Is that how you got lupus?
I got some of that. Yeah, the air conditioner water. I like lupus. It's a good bot.
You ever watch House?
Some bits and pieces here and there once in a while.
Oh, that was the running joke for the first 4 seasons. People kept thinking they had lupus, and it was never lupus. That was the misdiagnosis. And then, all of a sudden, someone came in with lupus.
Mm-hmm.
They had gotten it from like rooftop gardening, from like air conditioner water or something. I just wanted to say real quick before we move on. I was muted because I was getting some out of the fridge. Justin made a very apt observation with this Fanstoys name comment, because that's what I was thinking. Like anyone who was on the fence, like about the X-Transbot or the DX9 because of their size, I guarantee you they'll buy these just because they're Fanstoys. Even though
yeah. But see, that's gonna take you so far. I mean, if you put out stuff like, and I know RC was fine. She was fine, but she was a weak release for Fanstoys.
No, she was fine, to be honest with you.
She looks fine. I mean, looking, she looks great, but messing around with, it's not fun at all. But if you keep putting out stuff like that, your name is gonna go. It will take you so far.
Yeah, but I feel like RC is an outlier because she's such a skinny.
I understand that. Yeah, right.
I can't see the next release having fragility issues like that.
I hope so. I hope it's not either. I mean, but if they do,
sure, absolutely, yeah, you're not wrong there.
But I mean, RC is kind of a little fiddly.
I mean,
spot to.
The point is perfectly made when you consider MMC. Like for a while, I feel like MMC was one of the kings of the third party world, and then you get the Trailbreaker, it started going downhill. Well, I mean, other people might argue earlier releases, but I feel like Trailbreaker was a little not as good, and that Cosmos was just real bad with the way it was designed.
But they've seen some other stuff like Drift. Drift was really good.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
Well,
that mold
and that's a different part of MMC.
Yeah,
not the Ocular Max.
Right.
Yeah, I think. I mean, my Sphinx. I've had 3 copies of Sphinx now, and they all have tolerance issues. But other people say theirs don't.
Mm-hmm.
I had the Trailbreaker, and parts were falling off of it. I got that Cosmos and the Secret Santa, and one arm won't even fucking hold its own weight up. And then the Ocular Max, the Ravage was okay. The 2 birds were not Ocular Max, but the Remix line or whatever. Mm-hmm. The birds were terrible for the most part. But then Rumble and Frenzy were really good. Yeah. So I don't know what they're on.
They need to get their reformatted people to help with the Ocular Max people, because I think the reformat line is pretty good.
Well,
I don't think I really have any Ocular Max stuff at all.
What I think the problem with Ocular Max stuff versus the Remix line, Remix is largely dealing in plastics. Like the Ocular Max tries to give you that MP feel by, you have a die cast, large chunks of die cast in the alt mode, and that's not the best thing because it'll chew away at plastic, if it moves wrong, and like Trailbreaker I think is the perfect example. For me it was always the die cast parts not holding properly onto the plastic parts where they were connected, and that's what fell off for me.
Yeah, a lot of people. If Fanstoys don't put out that Trailbreaker, a lot of people have been picking up the X-Transbots Trailbreaker, and now it's really kind of hard to find. So I need to try and find a Trailbreaker and a hoist. But anyways, that's different problems. All right, well we'll move on to we got some TFCon exclusives, the MMC exclusive taste set, which is the blue Ravage and blue Laserbeak, which I think was a Cobalt. They were like a Diaclone, I think. Maybe I might be wrong.
I looked up the name and now I forget. I think they were. I think one is
Cobalt or something.
Yeah, I think one was. Fuck. I looked it up last night just so I would have the information to know. I don't remember.
Anyway,
I'm confused with the SDC set that's coming out.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the Dinos. The Dino case, what Dino says. Yeah, well, these were, I think, something Cobalt or something. They were recolors of, I want to say Diachrome, but yeah. So we're getting blue Ravage and the blue Laserbeak. I wouldn't mind the blue Ravage, to be honest. I haven't got the birds, but I really like that Ravage. It's not that bad. So this is Toronto. We'll probably get it too at Chicago.
Wasn't the one Garboil? Wasn't that the bird?
I don't know, to be honest.
Because these are the Autobot versions of the Decepticon tapes.
Right.
Give me 1 second. I'm on the wiki. I still have it up from earlier.
So the price will be $120. Damn.
The only thing I can find is that the Takara Microman or Diaclone has a blue Jaguar cassette. So I guess it might be a Diaclone repaint, but I don't know.
I got it. Let's see. No, I think it's not the Cobalt. Well, yeah, actually, it could be the Cobalt Sentries.
Yeah, Cobalt Sentry there was, yeah.
The colors are closer to Glit, which was Kiss Players, actually.
I bet Chicago might get the Ravage was painted white also. I think there were some white ones too. They might do the Chicago ones white. Because the white one came with a Bacon Hound. And, not Hound, but the orange, what was his name? Recolor of, I forgot, offhand. Anyways, there was a white Ravage also. I think
you're right. The white Ravage was the one it was Gilt and then or Glit, and then this set is a direct. Yeah, you're right. It's a direct.
Is it Cobalt?
Homage to the Cobalt Sentries, which came out E-Hobby.
E-Hobby. Okay, right.
Was the white Ravage? Was that the Shattered Glass one? Is that what they were calling it?
Yeah, he came with the recolor of Hound.
Okay.
It was orange. I have him. I forgot his name offhand. I have the white, the Chug.
If I recall correct, I believe the whatever they were, the Fun Pubs thing. I think didn't they use that as like a mascot in their comics or something?
Did. Yeah, they did. Yeah, for a while. Yeah, I remember that. So I would like to get the Ravage if they come to Chicago. I might, but I don't know if I want both of them. But
I feel like honestly, like as nice as they look, I feel like these are the type of exclusive that BotCon's going to be sitting or TFCon's going to be sitting on for a while.
Like the KFC tapes.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, unless these, are these just MMC?
They're MMC, yeah.
Okay, so this is kind of like their Trailbreaker and stuff they did. This isn't like being something you order when you order your pass, like that Voltron.
No. Yeah, this is where you stand in line.
Yeah, I think they dropped that shit after fucking. They're still sitting on those.
Yeah, they haven't done that in 1 or 2 years. I don't think.
Okay, all right. So that's always what confuses me when they say exclusive like that. So.
Yeah, these will be stand in line and get all that stuff too.
That Steeljaw repaint, I can't remember what his name was. Like, as of last year, I think you could still order that, and it was actually cheaper to get them from Big Bad Toy Store than it was to get them from TFCon. That's just how poorly that one sold.
I think it was wasn't there the purple? Was it purple Steeljaw? Was it? He was purple, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was reflector colors.
Okay.
If I recall correctly. I got mine, and I was so frustrated trying to transform at dinner. I picked it up, and when we were that first night when we all had dinner, I got so frustrated I immediately put it on sale. I sold it.
When I met TJ.
Yeah, that was
out of my hand.
That was right before he came up, actually.
Yeah, that was a good night. Oh well. All right, well, damn, that's all third-party news.
And I remember us about breaking the fucking elevator. Oh, you guys weren't there. You guys went to White Castle. Like when you guys went to White Castle.
No, I was there. I was in there with
Were you on the elevator?
Get Right Robot and was I in there with y'all?
Yeah, they buzzed through the
the
restaurant. Yeah, buzzed through the restaurant, was like Azaleas are here, and everyone got on the fucking elevator, and it went up like a foot and buckled and went.
Come on now, you had 3 Transformer fans in there? Come on now.
No, it was me. It was me, you. I think Justin. I think Bobby might have been along for the ride. Get Right Robot. Pretty much the entirety of ROC or Radio Free Cybertron.
Mm-hmm.
And a bunch of other people. Like they heard Azalea, and everyone just dropped what the fuck they were doing and ran to the elevator.
I remember that well.
Dude, we went to White Castle, man. Me and your wife.
Mm-hmm. Good times.
Yeah, that was good.
Man, I remember when White Castle fries only came in one size.
Petrified members. All right. Well, we got Hasbro news, and we got some San Diego Comic-Con Throne of the Primes Primal exclusive. So it looks like Primal. He won the king for the King of the Prom, so that's good. Glad he got the crown and his little staff.
Yeah.
So
looks like he stole Starscream's crown.
this is weird. I don't understand why they went back to his the main the Primal's colors from this mold. Just it was weird. I don't know. It looks kind of weird.
Honestly, I think it boils down to that they don't have almost anything else to do with this mold outside of perhaps a version that's in Optimus colors, which I feel likely ends up becoming some kind of store exclusive.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. What was that? Was that Primal Prime?
The orange one?
I don't remember.
The red one, the red and blue one, or Optimal Optimus.
Yeah. I know they did it in a red color.
Yeah. He comes with a comes with 4 little Type Masters, and he comes with a throne. It looks like it's probably made out of paper.
I didn't realize it came with the Prime Masters. I wasn't going to pick this up, but now I can't afford not to pick it up.
I look at this and I just look at those Prime Masters in that staff, and I think it just would be better if there was the 4 faces on the staff. So if I was doing this, I'd totally have the faces on that staff.
You know how much they're charging for this overseas already? $250.
Jeez.
Yeah.
For a pre-order.
This is like Prom King Optimus.
Yeah, Prom King. He did win. It's gonna be on a Hasbro Toy Shop, in limited quantities. So nobody's gonna get it. And they're gonna bitch about it.
Matt, are you gonna buy this? Or are you gonna try to get any of the exclusives?
I don't know, man. That clear Optimus Prime thing that opens up, looks like an Action Master.
I actually want that. It's like a pop kind of.
Yeah, I may get that because I like clear stuff. I don't know. I doubt I get this. No, probably not.
The only reason I ask about exclusives is I don't want this, but Tyler from Stasis Lock does, and I told him I'd try to help him get one because he can't order Hasbro Toy Shop in Canada.
Oh yeah, that's good. He's going to grab one. Shout out to that guy. He's having some issues, man. But he's a good dude.
Dude's had issues the entire time.
Oh yeah, but he's still he's all right. Good. He's an all right dude.
Oh yeah,
I like Tyler, dude. He's a good dude. I don't know how much he's going to be at Comic-Con. He's probably going to be what, $70, probably $75.
Oh, I think it was on IO9 actually. Hold on.
I don't know. I haven't found the original, the orange one. I may pick up if I see it in stores, I'll pick that one up. But I really don't need this one, to be honest. I say that, but then I'll probably get it. God, I'm so stupid.
I was messing with some Beast Wars fans, and I was pointing out how Optimus clearly stated in Triple Takeover, the episode, that thrones were for Decepticons. Here we are.
That's how it fit.
Yeah, they were like different continuities. I'm like, I don't know.
Are you gonna get this? Are you in for this, man? I don't see you getting this, man.
No, I wouldn't get this.
Yeah.
But I'm happy for the people that do.
Oh yeah, I'm ecstatic for people to get it. I would, if I got it. Actually, I might leave it in the box. It looks pretty good.
What?
I know. Are you saying for that or just something else?
No, yeah, for that. Because I said that when I got that. Was it Comic-Con or BotCon? The Deluxe Optimus Prime and the Matrix. That
was a Comic-Con.
Transformers Prime.
Yeah, yeah, with the Matrix thing. Yeah,
I said that. It stayed in the box for 3 days.
I kept mine in there for a long time too. But this looks pretty good in the box, just sitting there, like in the throne and everything.
Yeah, I hear you.
I don't know. Good luck to those who get it, man, because I know there's going to be a lot of people bitching. And it's funny that people would bitch about Beast Wars stuff. You wouldn't think that people would bitch about that, but they are Transformer fans. So we got...
I can't tell if you're being sarcastic or not.
I think Justin will be right back. Let's see, got another Comic-Con set with a B, Dial, and Zaur, whatever. So this was weird too. I don't know.
Yeah, it was. It's a play on the misspelling of the names in the original.
Oh, okay. This is weird. So they're using the is that the Studio Prime B?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know.
I've heard some bad things about that. So he's painted really gold, like a gold bug. A lot of people are like, I don't want the bug. They want the two cassettes.
Yeah, I really want this for Dial and Zaur. I do not give a crap about it. Okay. I don't know if it's...
I said Zaur.
I'm not sure if it's Zaur or if it's supposed to be like Zaur, because it looks like Dino Zaur, but I don't know.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people are like, they want to get that set, but they just want the cassettes.
Yeah, that's the only thing I want from it. If I can find a place to pre-order it, I am definitely in on it.
So this is a cool thing. This is for the movie. I mean, it was just pretty cool. I think it's a cool little, setup, the tapes and everything, and being in the 80s and stuff. So I think that's pretty neat. That's a neato.
I just wish Dial wasn't in fucking clear orange.
Oh, I like clear orange.
Well, this is a combiner. This thing's like the ugliest combiner like ever.
I forgot it does. It does combine, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's only $60. I'm sorry. It's only $60. You get it, so it's not bad. That's pretty cool. All right. Anything else? The Super 7 X Ray Optimus, which we were just talking about.
Do you know where to find that Dial and Zaur anywhere yet, or?
No,
okay.
I don't think.
If you do, let me know.
Okay. Yeah, it should go up on Hasbro Toy Shop also.
Yeah.
With everything. So I mean, that's you gotta be fast on the dial for that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'll be on the lookout for it.
Yeah.
So we got the Super 7 X Ray Optimus Prime, which me and Greg were talking about. It looks pretty neat.
So what is this? Have we seen this before somewhere?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
It was on. I don't know if you read IO9 or Gizmodo. It was on there like last week. It was teased, and then better pictures have come up. But yeah, it's just a clear vinyl prime, and then the chest comes off, and there's all sorts of workings. Yeah. It lights up, I think.
Yeah, it's got to activate. Yeah, so they said they saw a prototype back in January at Toy Fair.
It's also like 17 inches tall, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, I want this. I wonder how much this is going to be. I don't see this one selling out too quickly, so I might have a chance to get this one.
I feel like this one will be available.
Super 7 stuff sells out though. Pretty good, yeah.
Okay. Gator, could you please snore any louder? Jeebus.
Yeah, this is the same company that's got the Masters of the Universe Classics license.
Yeah,
and they're doing the reaction figures, and they're doing like other like vinyl figures. It's like it's a pretty cool company. Like just like the concept, and like they're all about like 80s pop culture, like skateboarding and like shit like that, and like the toys that were out when
This. I was trying to get this. I know maybe Paul C may be trying to get this too, so maybe he'll pick up two and get me one.
They're Masters of the Universe exclusives. Actually, kind of the one I want. I mean, I want this one too. You know that video that was going around, the What's Going On?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's the Atom. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's pretty awesome.
He's laughing too. He's got the laugh or something, whatever.
Yeah, it's the Prince Adam face from that video. Yeah,
that's pretty sweet. All right, I wonder how much it's gonna be though. But anyways, all right. Well, we got statue news. All right, we got some Flame Toys Tarn test shots, which I'm excited for this damn thing.
Are you getting this, Matt?
Oh yeah, I have to. That drift is fucking beautiful.
Nice.
I know, don't transform. I know, and blah. I can look past that, but this thing looks except for the peach stuff.
How much do you think it's going to cost?
$300 at least. I bet. I think drift was like $260. He may be. Oh my God! Do you see that face? Look at shot 2, picture 2. Do you see his face in his chest or his abdomen? That's a scary face. But yeah, I think he's going to be probably $320, $325.
It definitely looks good. If I had a connection to this particular character, I'd probably be in, but I don't. But it does look really good. Like that shot 4 with him like crouched down, like just to see the posability of this thing is ridiculous.
Yeah, Drift is posable too. It's that's great for taking pictures. Okay, I'd like to sell something, probably a kidney or a liver or something, and get it, but I have to get it because that Drift is so good.
I might be needing one of each of those pretty soon. So.
Oh really? Oh okay. Well, I got you.
If I keep going the way I'm going,
this thing looks.
I might buy one and put it in the freezer.
And a lot of features, man.
Oh, I thought you read the comics, Justin, or did you not get into them?
I read a little bit of them, but didn't really continue to read them. So.
Greg, are you liberal gay agenda that turns you off?
Yeah, you know me.
Are you in? I know you don't collect Legends, Greg, but are you in on the DJD combiner for Iron Factory?
No, I had to get rid of my IDW collection because it was just getting too out of hand. I was playing too loosey goosey with that. Like, I was doing MP and I was doing IDW scale classics, and then I was doing like, I think I was trying to do GI Joe at the time, and like I just had to cut all that extra shit out because it was just out of control. I was not adulting to my fullest potential.
Mm-hmm.
Looking forward to that. They showed 2 shots of the gun and the electric chair. I forgot their names, but they showed some test shots of those. And they look pretty good.
Yeah, Kaon and the gun is
I forgot his name. Skinny gun.
Vox.
Okay,
Vox and Kaon. Or Voss and Kaon.
They showed those 2, and they look pretty good. So, what we got next? We got XM Studios Starscream. Jesus Christ. This thing is fucking beautiful. I don't know about that head sculpt, though. That head sculpt looks kind of weird.
Looks like he's crying blood.
Yeah, but it looks, I want to say he has a fat face. Now, I can say that because I'm fat, but it looks like he has a fat face. But it looks fucking beautiful. I would love to have this. Oh my God, look at the pictures. Yeah, I don't know why he's interested in that, but I am. Go ahead, Drew. Anyway. Well, shit, that's all we got. We are done. I thought we had more stuff. All right, good night, folks. No. We are going to save the MP collectors. We're going to save your thing because you want to know our bucket list and everything. So we'll save that for next week.
Matt, do you want to talk about...
Oh, yeah, we can have a discussion if you want to. I'm sorry.
Well, I was just going to say the Beast Wars Megatron price.
Oh, the price. Oh, yeah, $329? Was it on BBTS?
I didn't put it in the notes because there's so many people already crying about it, but I figure...
What's the price?
$329.
Wow.
That's the BBTS price.
That's the BBTS price, so...
The Japanese price will be lower, plus you'll get your discounts.
Do you think, is that a set in stone price, or is that a, hey, come and throw on your pre-orders now for us, and...
I think that's a hey...
Maybe it goes down later.
Throw on the pre-orders, maybe.
Well, they said it's subject to change. It might be lower, but a couple
of
the retailers have said that that's pretty much what it's going to be.
Because Dinobot is, what, $260? I think? Something
like that. It was like Amazon Japan had them shipped for $169 or something like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
I didn't pay much more than that.
He's coming out soon too. I think he's in July. I think.
Last week of the month, yeah. Last Thursday of the month he'll drop. I mean, this is a big boy, and he's got he's got light up features, and I think he's got sound, and like all the stuff that people were complaining about with Masterpiece like 2 or 3 years ago, and now that they're having to pay for it, they're like,
yeah, like they wanted it, but they don't want to pay for it.
And plus, they're doing that different. Like they're doing different paint, and I don't know. I mean, like it's definitely a pass if you're not into Beast Wars at all. But
oh yeah,
I mean, if it had to boil down to like if I could get like 5, let's see, 6 figures, 7 from Beast Wars, then this is definitely one of them and Primal.
Oh,
I already got Cheetor. I had like a Rat Trap and a Rhinox. And then Dinobot. I don't even care about the rest of the Predacons because none of them ever hung around. Like they never made it very long.
What do you think they're going to get the recolor out of this guy, out of Megatron? What's the recolor possibility?
Hold on.
A black one or something? Or
there's a precedent.
Because I don't, he changed into, the Fusor. No, was it a Fusor? He wasn't a Fusor. He was a Transmetal, yeah. But I mean, that's a totally different,
whatever the other Transmetal 2 or whatever.
Transmetal 2, yeah. He had the Red Dragon. But, that's a totally different mold. So, I mean, would they paint him that color just to do a recolor?
I was pissed that he didn't have the rubber ducky, but that was a Transmetal thing. He does come with the toothbrush from that one episode, because that's the one episode. That's why his parts come off.
Because he's in a hot tub or something, or isn't he? Like a hot tub or like a lava pit or something. Or?
No, he's just hanging out. Like he's got all his beast parts off. He's relaxing. He's brushing his teeth on his dinosaur head, and so it comes with a toothbrush.
I guess I don't know Beast Wars for shit, man. I've always claimed to be a Beast Wars fan, but I don't know shit about Beast Wars.
Beast Wars for shit, man.
Fuck. Oh, I should be ashamed of myself.
We're swapping you out for Tyler.
That's fine. That's cool. That price is, I'm hoping I can get them overseas. Probably for around $260 or $250 or something, maybe. I don't know, maybe cheaper, hopefully.
I mean, I'm in. I have to be in because I bought the other ones waiting for this. So if I don't get it, then I've kind of invalidated the whole reason I started it off on this line.
Are you gonna get the Perfect Effect, the Red Dragon one, the Transmetal?
I don't think so because I wasn't very impressed with their last couple of toys that I got from them.
I like their Gorilla, whatever.
See, I thought he felt kind of cheap.
Really?
We were talking about that today. Compared to their Warden. Warden was a fucking brick.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not in a bad way, but.
I mean, legitimately, he transformed into a brick that you put the treads on the bottom. So.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then a brick you stick on top of a fucking 30-year-old toy.
Yeah. I liked it. I thought Gorilla was Gorilla.
I mean, was all right. I know the way it transformed. It had to be hollow in certain places, but at the same time, the plastic felt it just didn't feel. It felt like KO plastic. Almost. It felt like everyone swears up and down MPP-10 is perfect, but that plastic just had that feel to it. You pick it up and you go, it's not. There's something amiss.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess we're gonna read. Justin's not into Beast Wars, so he's not gonna get it. I guess we'll read some questions.
Wait,
you want to read it or me? You want to?
Well, hold on. I found that. I found it. T-Rex was the recolor of this, and it was in red, black, gray, blue. The dinosaur mode was kind of red and black, or like a burgundy.
Oh, it came in the Dinobots, like a blue box or something, wasn't it?
I don't remember.
Yeah, they had it was pterosaur or was on one, or a pterodactyl. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and then the robot parts were gray and blue.
I'll just be happy with the purple one. I wouldn't care about a recolor for that. I didn't get the recolor of Primal either. Or
yeah, I did.
Oh well. So our first question, y'all want to read it or y'all want me to read it?
Read it. You're doing a good job.
I hate reading. God damn.
Oh well, you are from Arkansas, so.
All right. What's up, Shattercast? I really don't know what's going to happen next. FT-25's Trailbreaker most recent pushback in the second quarter. With the rapid approach of what I believe is a second deadline, this has me wondering if the release will ever happen. I recall you gents hinting that exact topic earlier this year. The consensus was that if Figure wasn't released this year, it probably would never see the actual release. I'm relatively new to the third-party game, 2.5 years. Is this type of pushback to possible cancellation or all common with Fanstoys? Your fan, EL.
Yes to all of that.
I mean, it's really kind of hard to say. I mean, Fanstoys is known for taking an incredibly long time on all the releases, and then things that you thought were dead. They're like, oh yeah, we're still doing this. Like that hot rod that they teased again. It's like, is this real? Or are you just gonna let it die? Like, what's going on? You know? So it's really strange. Like, if Trailbreaker doesn't come out now, like, I can see them just like,
skipping by.
Like a couple years from now, when everybody's like, okay, I guess Trailbreaker's not coming. They're like, Trailbreaker's coming. You're like, what? So, I don't know.
Yeah, and that's what really sucks, because I mean, I think they're trying to, I don't want to say bully again, but they're trying to buck up to people. But then really when stuff happens, like, they've done it with their Soundwave. They did it with Hot Rod. Now they're doing it with Blitzwing. So evidently they know something's happening. Like somebody's going to release a Blitzwing, I think. And I'm hoping it's Takara.
Well,
I've heard rumors. I'm sorry.
No. Just real quick, and this will cut out my need for a comment in a minute. To be fair, they released their Soundwave first, or they announced it, and then I hadn't heard a peep since Takara.
Okay, well, that's fair. Yeah, but I'm just saying they recalled stuff. Said they're going to do this, but then they said, or Justin said, we've heard about Hot Rod for a year and a half now that's going to be released, but we have, still haven't seen it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just that's just what Fanstoys does. I mean, people's used to it. They want to bitch about it, but when the stuff finally comes out, people buy it. That shit sells out. So, I guess it's doing well. I mean, it's still, they still sell. So evidently, it must be working. So.
Yeah, I think Takara is the one company they don't buck up against. Like, they give them.
Yeah, that's what I'm not saying. Yeah, they with the Soundwave, and now since they took Blitzwing off, I'm kind of thinking, I've heard, and these are all rumors. I don't know for sure, but I'm heard in July that Takara might say something about they're having a Blitzwing come out.
I've heard that's in the works as well. As far as the next Decepticon goes, how legitimate that is, I don't know, but I've heard those rumors as well. But also, I think that, like, if you look at the pictures of the Blitzwing that we saw, like, it was on a stand, or it was propped up against shit. And I think after, like, I think they were just gonna be like good enough, but after, like, all the bullshit that Dicka got, I think they were just like, yeah, let's just fucking start from the ground up.
But people are buying Dicka now because they didn't think we were going to get a Blitzwing. I've seen several people on the boards wanting to buy Dicka now.
I mean, as long as Fanstoys is not putting one out, your options are what? DX9, which
DX9 and then
had
Dicka.
a number of problems, and then Ditka, and which one, kind of had the better alt modes and stuff. Like, I think the
Dicka did.
Ditka, yeah.
Yeah, the alt modes are fine. I mean, it's just.
I mean, even the bot mode looks good, but he's like back heavy or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, and the paint too, but I think they changed the paint. Oh, did I just stress mark this motherfucker?
No paint's fine on mine, I guess. I haven't noticed really anything bad about it. I mean, but that, I think that comes with Blitzwing also. Especially if you're going to put diecast on there and it's all going to be on top, it's going to happen. And I think anybody that makes a Blitzwing is going to probably have that issue as far as being top heavy. But I don't know.
So the way you do that is you have to make like the legs and stuff die-cast to make him front heavy, and then make the stuff that's going to be on his back like a light plastic. Like, so it can be done, but someone has to consider that ahead of time.
Well, the Dicka's legs are die-cast too, but it's still, I don't know. They have a fix for it. They have the knees. I think I have them on mine. I don't know if I know I got them. I just can't find them, so evidently I may have put them in. And he's fine. I mean, like I said, if nobody else comes out with one, it'll be fine. I mean, I'll have a Blitzwing.
Mm-hmm.
But if Takara comes out with one, definitely getting that one. So I think it'll be a good one.
Can I just make breaking news without ruining my pants? I just transformed an X-Transbots figure faster than I could a Takara figure. I was just flipping. I wanted to compare the two car modes between Bumblebee and Cliffjumper or Toro, and I hadn't really gotten around to doing it last night. And they were just both here, so I was like, fuck it. They don't have ratchets, so they won't make noise. And I was able to flip this fucking Cliffjumper in like less than 2 minutes. And it took me almost the entirety of the show to figure out how to do Bumblebee again. So I just couldn't remember.
Toro's a real good bot. I have fun with him. All right, we'll need to read another one. Why do people have to shit on product? What's that?
I didn't answer. Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, I did.
Oh,
I
yeah,
did
I'm
say
sorry.
what I was thinking it, but I couldn't remember. No, I didn't. Because I said that Takara is like the only company that like they don't really go up against.
Yeah.
So never mind. I couldn't remember if I was just thinking it or if I said it.
So Tyler F, good dude, good friend of the podcast. Why do people have to shit on a product or belittle a product just because it's out of their price range? Recently, the Lego Voltron was announced. Soon after the price was revealed at $180, all the comments went up from happy to almost hatred towards it. I've had a conversation with a guy that was thrilled about it. As soon as I told him about the price, his old attitude changed to hatred. What are your guys' thoughts on this?
So the simple answer to me on that is that people tend to shit on things that, like, regardless if you like them or not, if they're out of your price range, because then it's like, yeah, I hate this thing, like, and it stops you from, further considering. You're like, well, how can I come up with the money to get this? Like, it's easy to shit on something that's outside your price range to make yourself feel like you're not missing something.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, so you don't feel like you're missing something, so you have to belittle it and say, well, it's a piece of shit now because it's $180. So now I don't feel bad because I'm miss out on it or something. But if you really want it, you'll find a way to get it. You can sell stuff. You can, I don't know, do extra hours at your job. I mean, if you really want it, the shitting on it, that's just to make your pride feel better or something, whatever. But if you really want something, you'll find a way to get it. Because I never sold anything, but then I wanted some stuff. Like I wanted that drift, so I sold some C-Dub stuff, that I'm not going to miss, and I haven't missed yet. So, you'll find a way to get the money if you really want it.
Yeah,
that's just my thought.
And honestly, like if people want to shit on your stuff just because they don't like the price or something, like, well, whatever, whatever makes you happy, like, who cares? It's not that important.
Yeah, you shouldn't care. What do you think, Greg?
I mean, people shit on everything. People shit on things that are out of their price range, and then conversely, people shit on things that are like
too cheap.
Like, yeah, like
yeah.
It's a back and forth. Like, they shit on a Takara figure, they shit on a knockoff, like they shit on a third-party figure because, like, why am I going to pay $89, $99, $100 for a third-party Chug when I can just get the Hasbro one for $20? I mean, it's just the nature of these kind of hobbies.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I think that the reason it's prevalent is because with social media and the internet and more people using it, because, like, 15 years ago, it, like, some of the Transformer forums were a little bit more niche, and then you can go back even further than that when, like, motherfuckers were booting up their Commodore 64s to go shitpost on a forum. Like, you didn't really have that as much, but now people are so free to share their opinion. They just do, whether they need to or not. So I think you're just seeing more of the same negativity that people were always thinking. It's definitely not a new thing. I mean, I know he didn't say it was a new thing, but
yeah,
I think it's easier. It's easier to shit on something now. Yeah, it's more convenient. Like, you can do it from, like, your couch. You don't have to, like, make an effort to do it like you used to.
Well, and I think also you want to be part of a crowd. And that is a crowd. I mean, you see a lot of people, a lot of negativity in this fandom, and you see a lot of positivity too. But you want to be part of something sometimes. I think that's just me. I always like to be part of something. If people are shitting on something or if they like something, So I can see that also being a factor.
Be a part of
me. Yeah. So I can see that being a factor that they just want to be part of something, and so they join in on the shit fest. And deep down, they really want it. So, whatever.
Yeah.
Paul C.
Oh, no, I thought you were done. I'm sorry. I thought you were about to move on.
No, I'm done.
All right, well, don't be done because I got to close my fridge. I was getting another swig of Coke, and I just dropped my cap on the floor. And I know it makes a hum, so I didn't want to be rude. But I definitely agree with you there because, like, you even look at these little factions of shitters, and like you've got the ones that shit on they shit on unofficial, and then you have I mean it's like I just said, but to elaborate, like to look at the other aspect that I didn't really touch on, like you've got people that just shit on official, and you got people that just shit on fucking third party, and you got people that just shit on both, and they buy the KO. Like, I definitely agree with what you said. I mean, I think it's just like I think it's a bandwagon that that people like to jump on. But I like it once again. You get that, like you see that everywhere. It's not
that's every fandom. Yeah, that's every fandom. That's life also. I mean, people like to be, accepted and, like to, feel good about themselves. And that's fine. But if you're always negative towards something and that's what crowd you want to run with, then you might want to do something else with your life. I mean, you just can't be negative all the time, about Transformers, fandom sucks and everything. Well, it only sucks because you want to make it suck. I mean, if you get to around people that have fun and, talk good about stuff, about, all that stuff, hang out with those guys. I don't know. Whatever. I'm being sentimental.
I mean, you see it look at the Star Wars crowd.
Yeah, I mean, it's getting terrible over there with the political shit, and it's not even fun.
Yeah, like when you have fucking right-wing websites writing fucking fake articles about people getting fired at Disney, and, like, you've got people like Ben Shapiro doing fucking videos about it, like, come on. Like, it's just an excuse to fucking complain about something. It really is. But anyway.
It's tiresome. All right, well, there's one from Paul C. He always got a couple, but he's got a couple, so I want to wait for them to get back with us. So we got one from our favorite Aussie, other than Lenny. Dearest, best people on the internet, well, thank you. You have all the ingredients in the world. Make a sandwich. I knew Greg wanted this to do one, so that's why I'm doing this one. So if you have all the ingredients in the world, make a sandwich. Greg, you want to go first, or Justin?
I want to hear Justin's first, because I might copy him.
So I'm just...
He is an engineer, after all.
That is true. That is true. He engineers.
I may be an engineer, but I just like Italian subs, so I would go very classic there. But I don't like lettuce, so I would do spinach, tomato, some vinegar, no oil, provolone, all the Italian meats, and sweet peppers, and I'm good.
Nice.
Did I say onions? Onions too, but...
See, I'm a fan of the classics. Like, I like a weird sandwich once in a while, but, like, it's the big three for me. A club, an Italian, and a cheesesteak. I like my cheesesteak with whiz, just onions, no peppers. I could take some lettuce here and there.
I'm with you on that Philadelphia cheesesteak. It's a good call.
It's got to be a good roll. That's really the key. It's almost more important.
It definitely is.
Depending on how much whiz you get, like I might like a little mayo on there just to moisten it up a little bit. But if anyone who knows how to make a cheese whiz Philly, I don't need it. Like if I'm in the hands of a professional, then I don't need it. With a club. Oh man, I forgot another one too. I forgot my crazy liberal sandwich. But turkey ham, roast beef, bacon, lettuce. I don't like tomato. I don't hate you if you do. Swiss and American. I'm good. Well, mayo, maybe some mustard, toasted bread, and then I'm with you on the Italian. Like that. All that sounded good, but I do want a little oil with my vinegar. And I would prefer. You leave the white people or the American meat off. So like the ham that they use as filler most places you go. Like I want pepperoni, I want salami, I want Genoa salami, I want capicola, I want prosciutto, the good stuff. But everything else you said sounds good. And if I'm feeling exotic, I like a good Monte Cristo. Nice deep fried sandwich with some fucking jelly.
Man, I like a good... Are you done, Greg? I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm done. Okay. Yeah, I said the big three, but then I forgot about Monte Cristos because I haven't had one in probably 4 years.
I love Philly cheesesteaks. I don't get anything on. I just get that and provolone cheese. I've never had a cheese whiz one. I know I haven't had a Philly cheesesteak until I have one, but I like to go to Philadelphia and get one. And I love to put bacon on it. Also, I love bacon. I love a bacon sandwich. I love a bacon and mustard sandwich. Just that alone is a good sandwich for me. But to have a Philly cheesesteak with some bacon on it and provolone cheese, I'm good. So, I'm not really hard to please.
Now that I think about it, I think a sandwich might be the perfect food.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly.
It's close. I still think pizza beats it out, but
or a steak. A good steak.
Well, pizza's really just an open face sandwich.
Exactly. Well, I mean that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, I love pizza. Okay, he had a second one, and
just real quick, I have one question. Do you guys have a chain? I don't know where they're located. I don't know where they're based out of. I think they're based out of Ohio, but I don't know how far their empire reaches. Do you guys have a place called Submarine House?
No.
Oh, they have.
We got a new place. It was not new. It's called Lenny's Subs, and they make some really good Philly cheesesteaks. I can't wait for them to open. Let me go get me one of those.
Oh, I just thought about something else. I don't know how you'll feel about this, Justin. I know Matt's going to be on board. There's a pizza place here, and I can't remember the name of it. I can only think of it when I pull the menu out of my menu drawer. But they have something called the Monster. That's their signature sub, and it's an Italian. It's an Italian sub with all the good fixings, with 2 burger patties on it.
That sounds interesting. I definitely give it a
it's
try.
definitely not something you'd eat like on a regular basis, but like I usually eat one a year.
Nice. I started. I wanted the Lenny sub. We have one in Little Rock, but they've got one here now in Conway, where I live, and I'm kind of excited for those. But anyway, so the second question he had is: if for a time you could substitute one word in the English language for your own enjoyment, what would it be? Long live and prosper, Adrian. Ariel. What do I call it, Adrian? If I could substitute one word in the English language.
This is a tough one for me. I don't know if I necessarily have an answer for this, but kind of in the same vein, one of my favorite things to do way back in the day when I worked at Best Buy, there was a guy there that was one of those people that, did the hunt and peck on the keyboard, like couldn't really type very well. And the keyboard on this old ass computer, you could just like pull the keys off and put new keys on, like move them around. So it was just the best thing to do was just like move A and E, You'd just be typing. You're like, what the hell? I keep hitting A and it keeps putting E. Yeah. It was kind of borderline sad, but it was so fun to watch too at the same time.
Adrian, that's a weird ass question, dude.
You're probably the same motherfucker that put Scotch tape over the mouse when they switched the lasers.
I used to do that.
I did that too. Yeah.
I also did that. Yeah, I did that shit too.
Or back in the day, when people didn't really know, you could just take the mouse ball out even.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. I didn't know that until I got Mario Paint, and it came with that cleaner tool.
I used to do like screenshots and put it on people's desktop, and they'd try to click on shit.
Oh, I would do that to my boss.
He'd be like, "What wrong with that?" That's a weird question.
Back in my old job, there was a guy who was like, he's like, I'm so afraid of German Shepherds, so like, just took the time to go through every computer that he could have logged on and just changed them all to German Shepherds. It was pretty epic.
Actually, fun fact, we did the screenshot trick to my last 2 jobs, and it was funny because the first place I worked, it took her like 20 minutes to figure it out, and then she's like, ha ha ha.
Nice.
Like,
20 minutes?
Boss, it took him like 30 or 3 hours, and he was like calling people. He had Kit working on it, and Kit was the one that did it, so she was like,
so she couldn't really do anything.
She had to play it off. And speaking of work pranks, just real quick, and then I'll answer his question, his actual question. That's kind of hard to answer, and I'm not even going to answer it with a real answer. But I got one of those apps that spoofs your phone number, And like there are friends. Like they're the couple that we hang out with all the time, and I love them to death. But the guys, like, he used to get really frustrated really easily. Now he's a little more calm. Ironically, he's the only person at my job not on some sort of medication for shit like that. But I got this number, and I came up with this whole idea of fecal facts. And so I would just randomly text him fecal facts. And then at the end of the text, I'd put, like, type whatever to opt out. And he would type it. And then I would just say incoming messages not received. And just send him another one. And I did it for a day. And he was so frustrated. And, like, he used language I had never heard used before. In some of these texts he sent back to me because he thought I was a bot. And everyone knew it was me except for him, and it was so hard to keep, like, to be straight about it. And I even saw him because I went and picked Kit up that day from work, and this was before I worked there. And I had to look him in straight. He's like, "Do you know how to get rid of this?" He had no idea it was me. So funny. And then when he found out, he was mad. He was mad for like a day, but he was mad. Kit said he was like punching walls and shit. Like, he went outside and was, like, punching the fucking brick column and stuff because he couldn't get rid of me, the app. But as far as the English language goes, like, this guy's Australian, and they swap a lot of fucking words out for, like, some weird shit. So, like, I guess to him this seemed like a normal question, but for us Americans, like, I don't know.
America.
You got to make up a word. Like, you guys are just all, like...
I know one word. I'd change out of adamum. That'd be one word.
Yeah, if I had to do anything, I'd just swap out some madisms. Because sometimes, like, some of your common madisms, I find myself accidentally saying, like, in conversation.
I'm sorry. That's a good dude. Adrian he's a great dude. All right. That's another Paul C one. Probably save that one.
Yeah, he posted 2, and he was like, he said he posted 2 so we could split them up. So I split them up. I mean, I did it because that was his intention, so I did.
So I guess I'll take this one from Jay. Hey, I see you fellers. Nice. He must be from the South. Picked up your podcast about a year ago. Well, thank you.
Oh, yeah,
Really enjoy listening to you guys banter about Transformers and everything else that comes up. Been going through some health issues. Sorry about that. So I'm going to miss TFCon Toronto this year. Oh, he's in Canadian. Okay. Which bums me out since it would have been my first time attending, and here it's pretty great. If this hobby is still thriving next year, I hope to attend. This got me thinking, what has been your favorite TFCon to date, and why? Thanks for making the time to deliver a couple hours of entertainment each week, Jay. First of all, Jay, sorry about your health issues, and I hope you can make it to a TFCon next year because they're pretty fun. So, sorry about that. So, who wants to go first? Me or you or Justin? Greg? Greg, you've only been to 2, correct?
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, because I've had issues that have kept me from going last couple of years. I'm going to try to go next year since I'm going to miss out on Celebration because all the good tickets sold out, like, immediately. And I was under the impression I would have some time to actually buy them. And I'm not going on a goddamn Thursday and then staying in my room and going on, like, Monday. Like, fuck all that shit. And still spending the same amount of money.
Is Bobby going? Did he get good dates?
Bobby and Laura are going.
Okay.
And sorry, I think Zaur is going.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, he is. Mm-hmm.
My favorite TFCon memory was the very first night of the very first one. Because I got to meet everybody. And everyone went on a crazy adventure at some point in that night. Be it them to White Castle, or as I mentioned earlier, almost breaking the elevator. Just meeting people. Like, from the minute that Matt and I got there.
We met.
Then I remember going, hey, I've been on a bus for 5 hours. I'm gonna jump in the shower and kind of relax. All of a sudden, we all get texts. Come to the artist alley immediately. Mm-hmm. They opened up and no one knew, and Bobby was like freaking out because he had all these people. And I remember rolling over in bed at the end of the night and telling Matt, this is probably If I had to go home tomorrow, I'd be happy. We weren't in the same bed.
No, it's separate.
We had 2 beds.
But I do remember you saying that. You said, if we could go home right now, I would be satisfied.
And then Matt started snoring, and I had to sleep on the bathroom floor.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. Yeah, usually the first night of TFCon, in my experience, has been the best, just because everyone's like it's fresh. Everyone's just getting there. Everyone's unwinding. Everyone's at the bar. Actually, but honestly, the first one was the best one because I had a good time every night. Even that Sunday night after everyone went home, just hanging out with random people like Rob Springer and Vangelis, and just walking in the cold of the liquor store. They said it's a block up the street, and it was 2 miles, but we didn't want to turn around because we didn't know how close we were. I don't know. It's always been fun for me, and I really regret missing the last couple. I just have had financial reasons for not going. But well, actually, I was going to go that last one in Chicago, and Kit was like, "I'll drive you and come home. I don't care. I'll drive you just so you can go." She was going to make a 6-hour car drive.
Damn.
Was it
it's hardcore. It's dedication.
Yeah, and I found her a place to sleep and everything, and she was like, whatever. And then we got in the car, and she was like, this was at midnight on Friday night. She's like, this is a terrible idea. And I was like, yeah, that's a terrible idea. And so we unpacked all our luggage and went back inside and went to bed.
Well, Justin, what was your favorite? Oh, I'm sorry.
So, go ahead, Greg. I'm sorry.
No, tell Matt he's fine.
So my favorite would be I don't know. It's tough to say. In terms of venue, the one in North Carolina was better than the one in Chicago, in my opinion. And how many have been to so far? 3? 2?
You went to the rest of this year.
Oh yeah. The one in Virginia too. The Virginia one wasn't bad, but I think the North Carolina one was still the best overall venue. Mm-hmm. The first one was the best because, got to see all you guys in person, meet you all in person, with the exception of Bobby for the first time, But the first one was not as much fun to me as I think it could have been because I was so, my wife and I, we decided to leave from Virginia at, I think it was 5 o'clock at night, 6 o'clock at night or something like that, and drive. And the original plan was we were going to drive as far as we could and then get a hotel, stay, and then drive the rest of the way afterwards. And, I powered through the whole drive, which was kind of a mistake. I arrived in Chicago at 5 a.m. or something like that after driving the whole time. And that pretty much ruined the entire first day for me. I think I woke up and then hung out with everyone at night and then went right back to sleep afterwards. So that kind of
You got a belly full of sliders, though.
That is true. Probably a reason I went back to sleep. But the first one is my favorite, I guess, because of the memories of meeting everyone. But in terms of having a good time, I think North Carolina beat it.
Yeah, I agree.
Which one was Oscar at? Was he at North Carolina? I think
North
so.
Carolina, yeah. Mm-hmm. He drove up from Florida.
Yeah, that was nice too.
Yeah, about the venue was awesome. The outside area when we recorded and everything, and it was just really nice. And that's when a lot of people. That's when people started recognizing us, as a Transformer podcast and everything. So we got to meet a lot of people, and that's when did ROC was starting up around that time. You get to hang out with all those guys. I love the North Carolina one. I love the first one. I love the one at Reston too. I thought it was fun, with all the ROC people, and also Skullfest was the week after, so it was really a great week. I had a wonderful time. And
Matt, just to be fair with your people, recognize that one. Up until that point, our promotional materials did say we were a Transformers podcast.
That is true.
So
they couldn't look us up at all. So.
Right, but I don't know what Transformers are. It sounds like some fucking.
It wasn't the recognition, but it was just
shit.
It was just that people would come up and say are you Deluxe? Are y'all, Shattercast? I love your work. I love what y'all do and everything. It brings a smile to my face and all that stuff. And that made me feel good. And that's cool that, that people would actually listen to us and, actually care about our opinions about stuff. And it was just really cool. And that was really the start. The first one we went to, nobody knew us. We were just, other, people. But, at the one in North Carolina, we actually, people knew us and, we got to hang out with a lot of good people. And it's just been like that every year. Everybody knows Greg. I don't want to hear that shit. But yeah, I've had fun at all the TFCons. I'm looking forward to this year's TFCon. I wish Justin was going. I wish Greg was going. Hopefully Robert and Bobby. I know Bobby and Robert are going. Everything. So, but I'm always look forward. That's a great time of the year. Is the TFCon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm definitely not going this year because I got to pay off this fucking furniture I bought.
Yeah, so maybe next year. Hopefully, I think it's gonna. Like I've heard rumors it's gonna go back to Reston because they did really good last year.
I messaged Ryan, the party panel guy, and I don't know if he was just giving me an answer if he was being serious, but I asked when it was going back to the Carolinas, and he said probably 2020 because I only asked him to share a screenshot of a news story about a guy pleasuring himself with a Bojangles chicken sandwich at a South Carolina Bucks game. But,
go back to Carolina, the same place?
Well, I mean, it would have to be because I'm from down that way, and I can't think of another place in Charlotte that would really work.
That'd be cool.
Convention. There's a couple of hotels like downtown, like at the main intersection of downtown, Trade and Tryon that would work, but I just can't imagine the price would work for either the convention or the attendees. Plus with parking, I just can't imagine. I think of all the hotels in the area, unless they were going to do it at one of the crack motels, like at the edge of town, like a Night's Inn or something. I think the one they picked in whatever that little area is called, Concord, around campus. I think that was probably the best location for it because you have everything right there. You had
it was around a good area. It was a good area.
Yeah, all your major. You had food. You had go karts. You had Walmart and Target and stuff. If people needed to pick up, if they forgot their toothbrush or something. So that, yeah, it's a pretty good area. If they want to buy a car, a bunch of car dealerships right next door. So. Well, okay. So if we agree so if we say that that's one of the best experiences, I can go with that. So what were some of your favorite moments? I know Matt lists off a few, which is what inspires me to ask. But what were some of your favorite moments
at that certain TFCon, or just
from that one, from the one in Carolina? I know Matt, you said people recognizing us and getting to meet the RSC guys and stuff, which I agree with. That was a good Friday night. But what were some of your do you have any other standouts, or Justin?
So one thing that stands out to me is it's the meeting of Oscar, where Robert had been buying him drink after drink after drink. Yeah, that was the first time we met Robert. And Robert had been buying Oscar drink after drink after drink. Yeah. So by the time I met Oscar, he was like, "What's going on?" He's like, "Oh my god!"
Hey guys, what you doing? Yeah.
I think the recording. When we recorded, I think that was a great time. Everybody outside and just relaxed, and it was a great time.
Bobby singing the karaoke. It was a good time.
Party all night, or party all the time, party all the time. Hey Murphy. What else? Just meeting everybody. like I said, the ROC just started, meeting all those guys, and we met other podcasts, that were there, and it was just a great time just to chill and, talk about Transformers, and it was just, you didn't have any negativity around them. It was all positive, and it just felt good. It felt good to be there. Every TFCon, I think, has felt good to be there, but, what do you remember, Greg? What do you?
Well, as far as Friday night goes, outside of what's already been mentioned with the ROC guys and everything else, being outside, it was a beautiful night.
Yeah, it was.
Breaking it to Yule that my fake Facebook account was the one person in the fandom that he hated.
Yeah.
That was fun.
He was surprised too. He was like, "Oh my, no!"
Got that on my knee like I was proposing to him. Bobby's like, "Dude, come here. I gotta tell you something. It's really funny." That was cool. Getting to see like some familiar faces from like other people, like from the last TFCon was cool. Just the vibe of that party, like the at the bar, like the karaoke party, like just the vibe of everyone there. Having my dogs there was cool. Like actually having my puppies like running around, taking a picture of Pia. I made him hold my dog.
Meeting Robert's really good too. It was funny. I mean, he bear hugged the crap out of me. He lifted me up, and I'm a big guy.
Yeah, and that was the one time we saw him all weekend.
Yeah,
I know.
That is true. He was. Yeah, I remember that. He was at the fucking hot tub or the massage parlor.
Yeah.
What else? A Saturday. Oh, and
that was a good reveal party, wasn't it? The third party panel. That was a pretty decent one, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think that was a good one.
I think a lot of people were having a good time in that one.
Yeah.
We're calling stuff out. It wasn't like the very first one where Matt's like, "Hey, Hasbro," like just randomly.
Was that the first one? Or was that the? I thought that was the
That was in
second.
Chicago.
Yeah, I think it was Chicago for that.
Okay.
In fact, I think the second one was almost like the Rocky Horror Picture Show, because like every time a company's name got mentioned, like different shit happened. And yeah, like they mentioned KFC or X-Transbots, and everybody's like, "Hey, Keith."
Yeah.
There was audience participation, I should say.
I think that was the last good panel we had. I think the third party panel was the North Carolina one. Oh, North Carolina. It was 2015.
Our Twitter homeboy fucking breaking me with moonshine. That wasn't fun. Hanging out with Darren.
Yeah.
Shout out to Darren if he's listening, and his wife, and like some random other people like Jason Lowry the next day. Like that was fun. Hanging out with
JL,
with Hake, and all those. Yeah, and JL too. Well, we met JL the year before, right?
Right.
But hanging out with like Pake and like all those guys was nice. Like finally meeting them.
Actually, hanging out with JC.
Or get those Dino King Pretender shells that I sold like a week later. Those were cool.
Yeah. JC wasn't that bad back then, you know, so it was cool hanging out with him.
Oh yeah, well we did hang out with JC. Yeah, and his brother. They were both there the first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I remember that because I came walking up and I had my luggage. I was tired as fuck, and I was coming from the L stop, and I just hear Greg, and I just dropped my fucking luggage. I'm like, my first fight of the weekend. JC runs up and hands me a fucking hot rod part. Masterpiece hot rod part I've been looking for.
Nice. Yeah, we met a lot of
bunch
people.
Of drinks too, I think. If I'm not mistaken.
Who else we met? Joe Brett was there. We met him.
Yeah, Joe's the one that broke. Oh yeah, the first one. He's the one that broke me with the fucking moonshine, and I think I had food poisoning, but I think it was a mixture of his fucking moonshine, whatever the fuck he was drinking. I think that's what killed me.
I had breakfast with your boo.
You did have breakfast with my boo. I had breakfast with your boo on Sunday.
Did you? Who was my boo?
Yeah, Bobby.
Oh, yeah. Man, we just met a lot of. I mean, when you look back, all the people that we hang out with now, that's when we first met them. You know, and it's just I don't know, it was really cool. I don't know. Good shit, man.
I also want to throw out a shout out to the first TFCon I ever went to, which was actually in Canada. And so I didn't really want to drive any of my cars there, so I'm like, yeah, I'll take a train. I'm like, nope, can't take a train. I'm like, I'll take a Greyhound. That won't be a bad idea at all. And it was the worst ride ever. But I did get to hang out with a bunch of really cool people that are still among my friends.
That's good.
Yeah, and I'd love to get back up there sometime. So I keep saying, like, I'll do it this year, and, I never get to it. But one of these years, I definitely want to get up there and see all those people that I haven't seen for a while.
I wouldn't mind going to a Toronto one.
For you on Sunday night.
Was that?
And you had already left. Yeah, Vangelis and what's his name from TF? I can't remember if he was looking for you too. TFW Soul Fury, whatever his real name is. And there were a few other people that remembered you from Canada, and they were like, "Is C2RX $6?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "No, it's just an option bringer."
Yeah.
So
Bring back drinks in the fucking lobby.
How is the Toronto one? Is it different from the American ones?
It was similar. I mean, it was very similar. I would say that the venue was still better than the Chicago one, I would say, but like the overall con was pretty much the same. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, they have a water slide, right?
The hotel I was at did not have a water slide, so.
Oh, I thought they had one they brought.
Maybe they do now. I don't know. But I will say, if you are going somewhere, don't take a Greyhound. It sucks. My Greyhound trip was supposed to take like 12 hours, and I was like, that's fine. I'm not driving. I can, sit and
12 hours.
Sleep or whatever. Yeah. So like it left out of DC at like 4 or 5 in the afternoon. I was supposed to get there at like 6 or 7 in the morning. I'm like, that's great. I'll just sleep on the bus. No big deal. Well, we ended up like, I don't know what, like it went from DC to New York, and then I had a layover in New York because something happened to the bus. And instead of like getting right on the bus again, like the bus didn't like leave until like 2 a.m. or something like that. And then it took us to Buffalo, New York, and so we stopped there, and I had to wait there an hour. And then we waited in customs for like 4 hours to get through, which was ridiculous. I've never waited that long at the Canadian customs. And so like when it was all said and done, like I was on the bus for like 24 straight hours. Like, it was awful.
Oh god!
And then I had to come home too, so
Yeah,
don't
that's
take
kind
a
of how
Greyhound.
that's how my trip to Chicago was. It wasn't 24 hours, but it was a 6-hour ride. It was 3 hours. We stopped in Indianapolis, and then another 3. So we left Columbus, and like 2.5 hours in, they're like, rest up. So we stop at this gas station with an Arby's so everybody could get food. And it was the longest line. It was an entire bus full of people, and we only had 30 minutes. And they're like, if you're not here, we're going to leave you. So everyone's fucking scrambling and cutting in line to try to get food, bathroom, and all that. And then 30 minutes later, we pull into fucking Indianapolis with like a ton of shit just right around where we were that we could have stopped at. And then we got stuck in fucking traffic because we pulled into Chicago during rush hour, and the Wi-Fi didn't fucking work. So I couldn't even play with my phone. I downloaded some podcasts like while we were still in town, so I was able to listen to them. But then they turned out to be Sabertron, which nothing against them, but it's they for a podcast, I decided to order or download like 5 episodes of. It's not really a podcast I wanted to listen to 5 hours of. And then we get to Chicago, and then I end up being like on the other side of fucking town. So then I had like a fucking 45-minute train. And that was fine though. It was worth it when I got there. But then like they said the bus to leave was at 7 a.m. So I got up at 6 a.m. on Monday, and I took the 45-minute train downtown, and then turns out it was at 9 o'clock, not 7. So then I had to sit in this fucking McDonald's that smelled like homeless people pee for 2 hours, and I get on the bus, and it goes around, it makes it like a mile, and then it breaks down. So then we had to wait 2 hours for another bus, and guess what? Wi-Fi on that one didn't work either.
Oh yeah, I think that happened too. I think the bus I was on was like they advertised like Wi-Fi and all this, like that didn't exist. It was not there at all. So.
Yeah, that's to save like $100. Like I would have spent it to fly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fly this year. Man, I'm actually my wife's actually gonna get to go this year. So.
Which airport are you going to?
O'Hare.
Okay, good.
What is this?
Not Midway.
No, yeah, that's another thing. That's a memorable. The one Chicago. The last one is I flew into the wrong airport, and luckily Paul C, who lives in Chicago, was able to. I got a ride to TFCon, but luckily he took me to the airport because O'Hare was just right next to you could catch a trolley, or not a trolley, but a bus.
Shuttle
to the hotel. And I flew in, and I didn't know I was flying into the wrong one until I got to the airport in Memphis. And luckily, Paul said he took me. That's when I met him. The first time I met him, actually. And that's a really good dude. He's an outstanding guy. And he's going to be there this year, too, I think. So.
You should have TJ, man. If I'm not mistaken, I think TJ lives on the side of town.
Yeah, he's outside of Chicago, isn't he?
Yeah, I think where he lives is near Midway. Because I think Midway is northeast of the lake. And I think that's where he is. Because I think he's
we're going to get our car.
Getting out towards the suburbs.
We're renting a car, so we'll because we're gonna get there. We're flying early, like we're leaving like 5:30 in the morning, and get there like at 7, and we're gonna spend the day in Chicago on Thursday, and then do TFCon and all that stuff because that's what Lisa wants to do. So
yeah, I would never willingly drive my car to a convention in Chicago, just because.
No, we thought about it, but it's a 10-hour drive, and I was like, I don't want to drive all the way there, then be tired. Like, Justin did.
And I can tell you this much, that neither my wife or I really remember most of the drive home. That was super dangerous.
Dude, when
we invited you for pizza, and you guys were leaving, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I drove to the one in Carolina, and it was a 13-hour drive. I stopped halfway going there, and then drove in the rest of the way. But on the way back, my dumbass drove all the way back.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember the drive from like Nashville to fucking where I went to my house. I don't remember anything about it. It was dangerous. I've done that shit.
I did the first leg of it because we drove 2, and then Kid did the second. But like we kept getting stuck behind accidents and stuff. And by the time we got to like the Triad area, which is like Winston-Salem, Greensboro, like it was rush hour traffic, and she was nodding off in the car, and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Like.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, let's just get there so she can pick up.
It's dangerous. Well, I guess we've been.
I got one more little story. I gotta give a shout out to my wife because TFCon.
Shout out to your wife.
She enjoyed TFCon Chicago and like the craziness that was TFCon Chicago enough that for our anniversary this year she actually ordered some of those deep dish pizzas from that that pizza place near there and had them shipped to our house. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So we have 2. Well, we have 1 in the freezer still. So it was pretty cool.
Man, we have a this year. God dang.
Yeah.
We have a Giordano's here now.
Nice.
You have to order an hour in advance for pickup.
Why do I have to have another kid? Just come on. God. I want to build a family. Jeez. Anyway, no. I'm happy for y'all. I can't wait to see the little one. Why don't you
just build a figure, not a kid? Build a figure, not a family. That's going to be a hashtag.
Yeah.
Is Cheeks doing all right?
Cheaper. Yeah, he's doing well. So.
All right, good. That's good. All right, well, I guess that's it. We've been talking. This was a great show. I had a good time.
Yeah.
We still have a lot of questions. Sorry about that, folks. We will eventually get to them.
It will happen.
Well, you want to answer one more? We can hit an even 2 hours.
Yeah. Paul C asks, what is your favorite breakfast cereal, and what is your best Doritos flavor?
Oh, this is a good one, actually.
So I'm a big fan of if I'm trying to be quote unquote healthy. I'm sure it's not healthy at all. In fact, I'm pretty positive of it. Banana Nut Crunch. I don't like bananas, but I love Banana Nut Crunch. And Cinnamon Toast Crunch. So I guess it's things that crunch makes good cereal to me. And for Doritos, Cool Ranch all the way.
Nice. Mine too. My favorite, or you want to go, Greg, or you want me to go first?
No, whatever.
My favorite breakfast. My favorite breakfast is probably. I love Raisin Bran, but I love some Crunch Berries too. I love breakfast cereal too. I love breakfast cereal, dude. I could eat a lot of breakfast cereal, but yeah, Crunch Berries I love. But I eat Raisin Bran because it's pretty good. It's good for you. The best Doritos is Cool Ranch. My favorite. What about you, Greg?
Well, Raisin Bran has always typically been my favorite.
Nice.
I do like old white people cereal for the most part.
Chicks?
Even since I was like 6, it was always my favorite. I never liked marshmallows or any of that crap. And then Frosted Mini Wheats used to be
nice.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
Tied in there. And then I bought some Cinnamon Toast Crunch after several years, and that was my favorite. And then Kit is a witch and came home with 3 boxes of hybrid Frosted Mini Wheats Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal.
What?
I'd never seen it before. She just randomly happened upon a fucking end cap of it. I'd never seen it before, and it is the best fucking thing I've ever eaten.
I want to name one more. One of my favorite now is there's Fruit Loops with marshmallows now.
You know
so
what?
Good.
It's
not good for you at all.
I tried Frosted Flakes with marshmallows. I couldn't even get through the box. Like, this is way too sugary. It's disgusting.
Fruit Loops with the marshmallows is really, it's sugary. It's really sugary. It's not good for you at all, but it's so good.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite Dorito, Greg?
Well, let me make a confession real quick, because I feel like I'm at the point of the night where I'm being honest for no reason. So, we kind of partied on Saturday kind of hard, and I wanted some munchy food. Oh, I take it back. It was Sunday night, and Kit wanted some munchy food. We don't smoke pot, but we were drinking, so it's the same kind of deal. And she was like, "I'm going to the store. You want a special treat?" Because we were talking about pie. So she went and got a cherry pie. She got a cherry pie and did something to it, like a piece of it. And I was like, "I got you." So I went in the kitchen and I got a bowl. And I laid a bed of that cereal out, that cinnamon cereal, put a piece of cherry pie on top of it, microwaved it, and then I hit that shit with some mint chocolate chip ice cream. And I probably have diabetes just from that one bowl, but that shit was on point.
Top 2.
That shit was on point.
Nice.
And we watched some Star Wars.
Nice.
It was good. It was a good night. It was a perfect ending to a 3-day weekend. My favorite flavor of Doritos is the ones you throw in the fucking trash.
Oh.
That's the well, it's not the one, but that's like even like I went through phases as a kid where I liked Fritos and things like that, but I've never liked Doritos. Never.
Do you like the chili? Do you like the what are they? Chili Fritos?
I only ate Fritos when I discovered that Frito pie was the thing, with chili and like actual chili. Like it's what that's based off of. But
I like the barbecue ones, the barbecue Fritos or whatever, or the chili something. They're pretty good.
You know how I said I like old white man cereal?
Mm-hmm. Kicks?
Well, yeah, no, I love Kicks and Chex.
Chex Mix.
Oh, fuck yeah, I love that shit. Anything like that. I never liked this kid stuff. Well, I do like Cocoa Puffs, but it's actually, Cocoa Puffs are actually healthier. They're actually better for you than Raisin Bran, if you read the nutritionals. My favorite chips have always been like baked Lay's and like plain ass fucking tortilla chips.
I like
Pringles.
Baked Lay's too.
I like baked Lay's too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I always rock Pringles. I'll steady rock Pringles till the day I die, just because they're not.
Yeah, I'll rock some Pringles. I like Pringles. I like a lot of chips. I'm not really picky about chips, really, but
they're guilty pleasures for me. But like when I go to restaurants, like we got Subway for lunch at work, and I got apples. So chips.
Nice.
Try to be healthy.
I am too. I started doing the portion control this week. I'm gonna try again. I'll probably fail, but I'm trying. So yeah, that was our show. Thank y'all for listening. We really appreciate it. Hopefully next week we will have a full crew. Happy 4th of July to everybody, America. Hope everybody's safe. It'll be past 4th of July anyways, but I hope everybody's safe on the holidays, and I hope you have a great time and barbecue and all that good stuff and family. And remember that, be proud to be American. Oh, I don't know, whatever. Anything else you want to say?
Nope.
All right.
Good night, folks.
Shoutouts to Cool Table Network, ROC, Edges Around, Toy Detox, Plastic Fanatics, Spirit Vultures, Nerd Rage Radio, X-Wigs,
and my personal favorite, the well-established Gentleman's Show, Stasis Lock.
At Real Robot, at Fear Corpse, I am Ratchet, Third Party TF Crashers, and Open Your Toys Podcast.
This podcast is intended for mature audiences only. Its sole purpose is to entertain. If it doesn't fit with your sensitive sensibilities, please feel free to turn it off now.
Shut the